Hi Gardener, welcome to the Gild the Garden Show. I'm Chele Cuevas and today's show is all about DIY fairy garden homes and furniture. To understand the fairy, first you must drink the wine of the elderberry.
Legend has it that providing a home for fairies helps protect them from malicious evil spirits. They wear flowers and leaves as clothing and like to hide out in trees and plants where they can blend in best. Building a fairy garden helps provide a safe haven for these tiny mythical creatures. And to say thank you, they bless your garden with beautiful blooms.
Everything in nature has the potential to become materials for your fairy homes and furniture. Go outside and have a look around. There's a very good chance you'll become inspired by what you find.
I was inspired to build this fairy home from sticks I found in the park. The base is a storage box from the Dollar Tree that I glued sheet moss to. With only a few adjustments, this tired old box was transformed into a fairy oasis. For this fairy building, I used the same box from the Dollar Tree, only smaller. I glued regular dried moss to the base for a shabby chic look and glued sticks to the doorway. The roof is made out of mulch. I adore thatched roofs, and mulch really helps give it that look. I was inspired to make this fall-looking tent from potpourri found at the dollar store. I used popsicle sticks for the structure and glued sheet moss to it for a natural flair. I then began gluing my sticks and potpourri. I can't wait to see what bohemian fairy gypsy moves into this little home. This fairy building used to be a coffee can. I wanted to create a building that could tolerate being outdoors, so I glued rocks to the base of the can and filled in the gaps with concrete. The roof is a funnel that I found at the Dollar Tree with sticks glued to it. I can imagine a British fairy living in this miniature English countryside oasis. I left a tiny little teacup for them to drink while they rest their little wings. I made this fairy tent out of coffee stirs and an artificial plant that I had in storage. It was super easy to make. Simply create your base and glue. One lucky camper is going to be very happy, especially if these mushrooms turn out to be magical. And now, on to the fairy furniture. I was organizing my craft closet one day and came across these buttons. Since I'm always thinking in miniature, a light bulb went off and the rest is fairy history. The bottom of the chair and table are champagne cork wire. I made this fairy furniture set out of skewers. I wanted to make a more tropical looking set, and the texture of the skewers was perfect for creating that look. The fire pit is made out of an artificial flower accessory filled with tiny rocks and sticks. This set was inspired by a trip to Joann's Fabrics. I went down the wrong aisle and wound up finding these beads. As soon as I saw the beads, I knew that I needed to experiment with them. The result? A bedazzled furniture set fit for a fairy. This fairy park bench was inspired by a trip to Lowe's. They had some really cool looking park benches on sale, and the design seemed easy enough to replicate in miniature. I made the bench using both coffee stirs and popsicle sticks. Barbecue, anyone?
Well, Gardener, that's all for today. I hope I've inspired you to make DIY fairy garden homes and furniture of your own. And when you do, don't forget to share photos with me via social media by hashtagging Gild the Garden on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy fairy gardening.